have you guys seen Deadpool? That is the question. On everyone's lips that walks through these doors. Deadpool! Deadpool! Do you have Deadpool stuff? Well, of course we do. We're a comic book store. We have Deadpool stuff. It's okay. You can calm down. But of course, along with Deadpool, we have many other amazing comic books, some of which are better than Deadpool.
Does such a thing truly exist?
I don't know, but we'll go to Morgan here and let's see what he's got.
All right, I can try. Let's see. All right, why don't we start a relatively new publisher here? Not even relatively, they're very new.
They are.
Aftershock Comics recently started up with a large array of honestly star-studded titles. One of which being American Monster by the team of Brian Azzarello and Juan Doe. Azzarello, of course, being the writer of the long-running 100 Bullets from Vertigo. He did a really great run on Wonder Woman recently before the Finches stepped in.
It sounds so devious, the Finches.
Okay.
The Finches stepped in.
Honestly, what they're doing it is a bit devious. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about American Monster, in which a large, monstrous man comes to a small American town, and then things get violent. Very violent. Although, it's not quite clear from the first issue, which is, all I've read at this point, since it's Wednesday already, and we don't read comic books at work, we're responsible employees. There's this horribly, horribly burned man who may or may not have something to do with a gang that's going around blackmailing and murdering people, and also a group of teenagers who are making money doing illicit things on playgrounds. I don't know what it all has to do with each other, but it's very, very unsettling. It's got this really seedy, almost Blue Velvet type, small-town crime feel to it.
That's very unsettling.
Yeah, and Brian Azzarello just makes everything an enjoyable read. His wordplay and everything really carries you through the book. And with Juan Doe on art, it's just a solid package.
Yeah, really good looking.
Lots of atmosphere there.
I'm about to blow these guys' minds, and I'm not going to start with a Marvel book. I'm going to start with an Image book. I know, called Snowfall. I'm really fascinated in this because I love things like The Massive and Lazarus, which are kind of near future, kind of sci-fi, kind of what's the world like. And Snowfall, this is from Joe Harris, and the artist behind Great Pacific, and Joe Harris also writes the X-Files comic book. It's the year 2045, and, it's basically all our climate fears have come to fruition. And in the aftermath of that, you now have this United Cooperative States of America in which the corporations run thing. And so this is not Mr. Freeze, this is not Weather Wizard, but there is some kind of a villain. Is he a terrorist? Is he a hero? And he has somehow been able to tap and use the weather as a weapon. So it's one of those kind of political, environmental kind of thrillers with a great action and all the fun stuff you want from comic books with a cool kind of sci-fi twist. So Snowfall #1, The Snow is Falling.
Also from the team that brought you Great Pacific.
Right? It looks like they were we want to do Great Pacific.
Yeah.
Okay, put a cape on it.
Right. Which I think is done. Did that finish?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's been done for a bit.
From Benitez Productions, and Mr. Joe Benitez himself, the creator of Lady Mechanica, the very wildly popular steampunk comic, comes Rayborn Redux. This was done about, I want to say, 5-7 years ago or so. Written by Marcia Chen and co-created with obviously Joe Benitez. This has extra story pages, some kind of tweaked art. Kind of think of it as the director's edition, if you will. But if you want more Lady Mechanica, there isn't quite that yet because Joe Benitez is kind of slow. But you can check out some of his older stuff. Wraithborn, kind of supernatural, vicious girl with swords type of thing, what he does best.
Yeah, along the lines of that whole, that Top Cow style.
That Top Cow, yeah. In fact, he kind of epitomized that next generation of Top Cow style, if you really want to.
And Casey, you do know the X is silent, right? Redo?
Oh.
It's like a redo.
Redo? Yeah.
Yeah.
Redux, redo. I like Redux. I like
Redux. Sounds more futuristic.
It does, that's what I'm saying, actually. You know what? I do that on purpose, yeah. I like the Redux.
Alright, speaking of redos, what if, after you died, you had a chance to redo your last few days, take care of the last things? That is exactly what the Kurosagi Corpse Delivery Service is for. An awesome Japanese horror series. Dark Horse is bringing this stuff back again. They were publishing them before in the small single volume editions, but now the series is, I think it's over at this point.
I think it's done. Right.
They're putting them out in this big omnibus edition where you get 3 whole volumes in one. That's like, there's already a good 2 or 3 stories in each volume, so you get like almost 10 stories, 10 different corpses or more. Sometimes there's a whole bunch of corpses. But you got teenagers who all have weird, quirky psychic abilities, talking to dead bodies and solving crimes. It's like basically the closest you could get to a Japanese Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Except instead of a dog, they have like a puppet that's actually an alien.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's awesome.
It's Japanese. What do you want?
Very strange. Okay, back to Earth and back to Marvel, which you guys are known. Yeah, I'm known for talking about. Hence the Captain America.
Wait, did you really just call Captain America Captain Marvel?
Well, he's
You
a
mean
Marvel.
Shazam?
Professor
Shazam.
What is this? What is this?
This is Avengers Standoff. Welcome to Pleasant Hill. I'm going to try my best to tease you without giving it away because it's hard to not give it away.
Everybody dies.
It's not quite that.
Everybody
Anyway,
lives?
if you're a fan of Bucky Barnes' Winter Soldier, back on Earth, not out in space. If you're a fan of Maria Hill, if you like conspiracies and S.H.I.E.L.D. and all kinds of cool stuff and supervillains, and this is the book for you. This is kind of sets the stage for the first big crossover of the all-new, all-different Marvel Now continuity, and this is going to cross over into all the Avengers books, into the S.H.I.E.L.D. books, and Captain America. This is Nick Spencer, this is Mark Bagley. This kind of sets the stage for a big conspiracy and stuff going down in the Marvel Universe, especially with all the Avengers books. Definitely for Winter Soldier fans, and if you like Maria Hill, and all the cool S.H.I.E.L.D. conspiracies. That's all I'm going to say. Just pick it up if you
I
want to
do
know.
like
And there's
Maria
the Cosmic
Hill.
Q.
Yeah, Maria Hill is awesome. From Titan Comics, who have been publishing lots of good things lately, comes Andre Lima Arujo. I think so. I think that's how you say it. I kind of butcher names anyway. I'm American. I'm sorry. Comes Man Plus. This is from the guy who was drawing Avengers AI about a year or so ago. This is his kind of almost Akira fan tribute comic, a bit of a Katsuhiro Otomo thing, but that's not bad. He does it really well. It really fills the gap of no Old City Blues out here. But there's some fantastic character designs in here. Lots of cool cyberpunk mecha action in here. Very excited for the second issue.
All right, back to me then. And I've actually got 2 DC books here for you, both of them featuring Robins.
Yay!
Because, we love Robins around here.
We do.
Yeah.
Actually, I feel like we talk about a Robin book every time one comes out.
There's
Not
plenty
our
of
fault
them.
that it's better than the Batman book.
Yeah, right?
I didn't say that.
So, first of all, we've got I think it's safe to say this is the main Robin title.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying.
We Are Robin is a side book.
That's like the best
Yes.
Batman book that comes out.
Pretty much. Written and drawn by, let's just go ahead and say it, the star of DC's Batman Robin series, Patrick Gleason.
Yeah.
Inked by Mick Gray, the man who worked with like J.H. Williams of all people. Colors by John Cleese, and really just bring a new life to Damian. I don't think anyone's handled him this well since like Grant Morrison himself.
yeah, absolutely.
And the last thing Grant Morrison did with him was murder him.
Right?
Yeah, but this has finally got Gleason back on the book after, there's a We Are Robin crossover issue for Robin War.
Yeah, whatever.
There was like the fill-in issue that I think Ray Fox wrote, which it looked pretty neat, but it's like, it's not the same power as Gleason packs into his pages.
And Goliath.
Goliath!
Yeah, and this issue not only has Goliath, the awesome but slightly adorable giant bat creature, it's also got Bat Cow.
Yes.
And that trio, I think there were 3 of them, of goons from Batman and Robin who got horribly mutilated by Batman and are seeking revenge. There's the one guy with the batarang stuck through his head, and the 3 dudes got fused into one guy who now have a rocket ship on their back. Did I mention this book is awesome because it's really, really awesome?
Oh, yes. The joy.
And my second Robin-centric book of the week is Titans Hunt. This might as well just be continuity errors, the series. It's basically reconciling everyone's beef with Teen Titans, like the fact that Dick Grayson was never on them, the fact that Donna Troy doesn't really exist. Yeah.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah,
Never mind. I don't want to
There
even
was
want
no
to know.
time for it
I'm
in
good.
the
I'm
Titans
good.
in the New 52.
I don't even want to know.
But now there is, because of memory loss and all that stuff.
Oh,
Retcons are great.
Is
But
Superboy back again? Is he punching walls?
yeah, I'm pretty sure he's back.
Alright.
The most significant thing about this issue isn't anyone on the cover. It's a certain red-haired stranger showing up in here who fans may have been clamoring to get back, and may have gotten back in some form recently that was unsatisfying to people, but I think, at least I'm assuming this dude in the goofy mustache is not who he says he is. He's got a ring on, he's got red hair, I'm just saying.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. All right.
We all know who it is.
My next pick is Extraordinary X-Men. As you can see, I love Nightcrawler. He's actually my favorite X-Man.
Oh, really?
And it is. Did you?
I did not know that.
You see, he really.
I know nothing about
Just
him.
when you think you knew me
No.
after all these years, you really don't know me after all.
Because I really don't care.
Well, maybe you should do what Jean Grey does. Jean Grey and Storm do this kind of mind trip journey, psychic journey into Nightcrawler's mind to find out why he's so kind of freaked out what happened to him. You know, Jeff Lemire picked up, he's doing Extraordinary X-Men, and when we meet Nightcrawler, he is kind of traumatized, and they kind of go into this really cool, weird psychic journey to go after that.
Cool.
Plus, the other story that he's got going in there is Magic and Colossus and Iceman got stuck in Weird World, and another X-Man from long, long, long past who he came out in the days of when when Lin Wein introduced the all new, all different X-Men.
Oh,
so that's one of those
Cool,
old school is back,
cool.
and that's all in Weird World. So two cool storylines. Like I said, I've been enjoying Jeff Lemire's Extraordinary X-Men take. Guest artist Victor Ibanez this week, and it all picks up with next month is Apocalypse Wars begins.
Apocalypse. I want to see big Humberto Ramos Apocalypse.
Exactly.
Like,
The fun
huge.
stuff with Marvel Girl. I'm loving Jean Grey and and Nightcrawler, of course.
From Bergen Street Press, the people who bring you the Copra trades, comes Revenger from Charles Forsman. If you need more revenge comics in your life, if you need more people being gunned down by submachine guns in kind of a Ben Morris style, if you need more hard-looking men with scars on their faces hanging out in the ghetto and beating people up with baseball bats, this is the comic for you. All 5 issues are collected here of Charles Forsman's self-published comic book. $15. We got a bunch of these. This is very cool, very violent, very fun. Highly recommended.
Right. Speaking of very fun and at least more than a little bit violent, we have a new huge #1 here that I know me and Casey have been waiting for a while. I don't know about Will.
And me too.
But here is Power Man and Iron Fist #1.
Yay!
I think people have been wanting this book since like Immortal Iron Fist, because I know I have.
Man,
Luke
yeah.
Cage was great in that.
So badass.
Daughters of the Dragon were great. That was a good ensemble book, even though it wasn't actually an ensemble book.
That comic was perfect. That shit was so good.
But David F. Walker has finally gotten the band back together. Luke Cage looking pretty sleek in this suit, like the whole like vest, like collared shirt combo. No tiara though. Hopefully that'll be further down the line.
Maybe it'll
The
be
chain
upgraded.
belt.
Yeah.
I'm personally just impressed that they kept Danny's like Game of Death jumpsuit from the Kari Andrews series.
Yes,
Super
thank you.
cool.
This is just action-packed. Sanford Green is just killing it on here. Really like bringing the cartooning to this book.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I don't
really
know.
good.
I always appreciate when artists can like do the superhero action thing, but fit a good amount of like cartoonishness in there, and he really nails that.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And I have one of the original issues of that back when Chris Claremont wrote it. That shows you just how old I am. And a
I
little
have some
fun,
too.
And a little
You
fun
can buy that
fact-
anywhere. I think you're lying.
Well, no, I actually bought them when they were actually on sale for the first time. And a little fun fact.
Sure.
We know that the greatest Wolverine villain, Sabretooth, he was actually got his start in Power Man and Iron Fist. That's just another reason why how Power Man and Iron Fist are so cool. They had cool villains even before the X-Men had them.
Actually, that was just an Iron Fist before he teamed up
Oh,
with
you're
Power
right.
But
I've been corrected.
moving on.
Moving on, please. The
Nerd
Force,
rage.
The Forces Awakens. Vader down. Let's all say it. Vader down.
Vader down is done.
Is over.
It's done.
And
Vader down is down?
Is
Vader
down.
down is down, man.
Vader down is down.
He's going
And
down.
Star Wars, it's amazing. It's like, let's just get all the cool Marvel artists to work with Jason Aaron. It's great. Now, Lino
Yeah,
he
Lino
takes
Yu,
over for the
man.
latest arc. It's called Rebel Jail. It's kind of set up Leia and Sana, who's a really cool character who they kind of thought was Han Solo's wife. Anyway, they're off on their own mission, and Luke and Han are on their own mission, and it's just awesome. It's Star Wars. It's set before, after A New Hope, and before Empire Strikes Back. Great fun. Jason Aaron just really captures the characters, and it's a blast. And even another great artist joins the rank.
And my final pick this week, from my favorite creator of comics ever, Jack Kirby, along with Joe Simon, Al Williamson, and Bob Powell, bring you Race for the Moon. In 1958, originally published before we landed on the moon, this is 3 issues of what the future was going to be like after we landed on the moon and after we beat those rascally Reds to the moon, you know, because they were just going to make everything communist and it was going to be horrible. But there's some really, really awesome stuff in here. Like the thing on Sputnik 4, obviously the Reds are aliens, clearly. But I just love stuff like this because it really perfectly captures a time and an ideal and an entire way of thinking that is so, like, you know, concise to that time. And now it seems like you're crazy. You know, it's like having bomb shelters or nuclear fallout or whatever. But at the time, it was perfectly rational. And I love, like, the encapsulating of, you know, maybe humanity's missteps a little bit. Especially when Jack Kirby draws them. Because, you know, yeah. But yeah, all 3 issues are available in there. And I think that's it for everybody, right?
Yeah, that's everything I have.
That is a lot of comics this week.
Xanadu Comics down.
That's right. Come in and get your stuffs. And, you know, it's Wednesday. Relax, halfway through the week, get some comics. It's good. Alright, guys, we'll see you.